the game lasts 90 minutes, and they will have to prove to the goalie that they are being recruited. So the goalie will ask them to show how strong they are, or what their criminal specialty is. And for example, we even ask them to commit criminal acts. But don't worry, it always stays within the boundaries of the law. But it's so much fun to see like the players' creativity. Like some of them will just like pretend to just like pee on a tree, or other people will just like do silly things in the streets. But it's always fun. And so far we've done like lots of those, and nothing really bad ever happened. Like people stay with a good judgment, but they have a lot of fun doing this. Like they turn into kids.
I think the coolest or my favorite feature in this game is that if somebody is answering this question incorrectly, this point closes for this team for half an hour. So basically next half hour, they can't open this question anymore. And that's why this cooperations comes into play, that they have to collaborate and communicate to other teams and say that please help us out and go answer this. For example, this point 24 correctly for us, and yeah, I think this is the coolest feature in my opinion in this game.
The other thing I would add to that is I think people are afraid of learning new technology, and when you first open Loquiz, if you've never seen a platform like that before, which I hadn't either, it can be a little bit intimidating, but it wasn't that hard to learn. Honestly, it wasn't very tough, and the support was really good. So we had, there was a lot of emails back and forth trying to understand how things worked. And we really felt like there was strong support as we were developing the games and understanding the different elements of it. So just from a perspective of new technology and what it actually looked like to develop it, it's not as scary as you might think it was.
You can see some of the photos from the game. We are actively using augmented pictures in the game, which is one of my favorite parts of the projects, which I personally sometimes guide or give instructions to online. And whenever we collect and show these pictures with people doing some funny stuff, then we get the energy back from them, because online projects and online events are something different, and you don't get to meet the people and see their reactions. And whenever you see that they got fun, they had fun during the playing and are smiling, and after they meet back online, we see them having fun, then it just warms our hearts and gives back some energy. So we actively use them, and we suggest to use them. We also implement them in Tilpo in these loop games here.
And I was thinking, well, what do I like about Loquiz? It's not just one feature that I like about Loquiz. I think Loquiz allows us to combine a lot of things. It allows us to be very flexible, especially the fact that it is based on the phone base. It works really well for us. And you have, well, let me say, I think the playgrounds are probably at this moment the most interesting tool to use, because it gives you you can give it one image, you can do a lot of things. I think playgrounds, if I have to choose one, I will probably choose for playgrounds. But again, just the flexibility that Loquiz is offering is in general much better and higher than the flexibility we find in other competitive providers.
In this case, every city has its own unique storyline. It's always based on some person that has actually lived there. And we always hope that this person, it's a famous person, but we also hope that this person has done some things that are a bit on the edge of what's how shall I say it? We always hope they do some stuff that most people don't do, or that would come into the papers if they would live in these years. So pretty much every character is fun to do, but I especially enjoyed making Barcelona because it's a very nice city for this game to play, and the character itself was really fun. So personally, if I create an escape tour, I have a lot of fun creating the storyline in Loquiz and connecting all the storyline to the game itself.
Well, I've been working with Loquiz now for, I don't know the exact date, but let's say more or less 3 years at least. So, and I've been working quite intense with the guys in Loquiz in the community in the Loquiz family. So I know the platform quite well, and I know that it's possible to create games that can be like step-by-step, like an easy quiz mode build game. From that up to high complex games where you can have where everybody starts at one place, but based on what you're answering, you will have different roads to end up where you want people to end up. Like you can have different paths, or you can have different kinds of like penalties or additional questions if you choose to go like the bumpy road. If you're having based on kind of game you're playing. But I think that the Loquiz is quite easy for me as a completely idiot about this IT structure. I don't know anything about programming, HTML coding, or how to connect APIs. I don't know anything about it. I just know how I want things to work. Mm-hmm. And as I know Loquiz, it was also important for me that they can provide us with the necessary API connections, so we could create, like Richard said, an e-commerce based kind of web shop where you can buy games online from wherever you are around the world, and you will receive the password and login information. You will pay in the same solution, and we can also provide the players with different kinds of cool stuff that we think they need, like diplomas, vouchers. We can have them take part in a lottery. We can redirect them to a company merchandise shop with a discount voucher. Yeah, the list is endless, and that gives us the possibility to have a whole lot of fun. So as soon as I discovered that possibility, the key is the API solution that the Loquiz has created, and the next key is enriched in his guys, and how to understand how to connect those two together. That was crucial, and that's proven that it's working absolutely fantastic.
Yes, there's one that we use a lot, which is the screen mirroring the screen for other device. I don't know if I'm saying the right fixture, but the one that we can add other players to the same team, so we can mirror the screen, which is really good as a team building, because we can actually make them work and wait and communicate before answer the question, and because it prevents to have like a team of 5 or team of 4 looking to one device. They can share information through other device, and I think that feature is really good, and it helps us a lot. The chat is great because we have a lot of games that we force them to use the chat between teams to share information, which is a good one as well, and the tracks. because when we have a lot of teams, we do games with different tracks, so we can spread them and they don't follow one team after another one. So we use all of those fixtures in our team building games, which is really, really useful.